Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're here back. This time, our first video, actually, our first league racing video on my YouTube channel. Hugely excited to be racing in Psgl this season. Definitely one of the best leagues on the game, and with huge names such as you can see in the top right corner, Josh Aidu, Tino Nakarinen, Barry Boromant, Philip Preschneider, Donoso, and many more. So as we go on to our final quali lap, we invalidated every single one before that, which is unfortunate. So we have all the pressure now to deliver a banger pretty much. So we start off bad right away, missing the apex, which is just brilliant. Now we go down to the second corner. We hit that quite decently actually. Can't even complain about that. So we have a bad corner, a decent corner, which gives us a decent first sector with a midpoint one. Here, leave a bit of time on the table, and now completely missed this. Like, completely messed that up. Lost us about a tenth there. Now, take this save because we're too scared. We got our pants full to invalidate. Didn't have balls for that. So, keep this save as well, and now, you know, small ball move again and just not push at all. And now this one is just, yeah, I guess nothing really to report here. And just now pretty much focus on not overheating the tires because it's really easy at that stage of the lap. And we come to the line to a 1 minute 12.319, which isn't even bad.
That was shit.
Oh, you just heard me there. I said the lap was shit. I would say in hindsight it's okay. We finish in P2, which could definitely be worse, but also could be better. Well, actually, Barry was definitely quicker than me around Hungary.
He tweeted something.
Yeah, he tweeted a picture of me in like such a low resolution you would think a calculator made a picture of my face, and that was apparently midstream. Now, going on to the race.
Where's Louis?
As we asked where Louis is, because
actually.
we are scared that he might jump us from P8 and be P1 by turn 1 because of his clear advantage from using his special input device, which is the controller. Anyway, we now line up to the grid next to Barry Boromant. Behind us, VSR Vasteres, who did a good job for the fact that he's just literally jumped on PC for the first time. Josh in P4 and Preschneider in P5, which is, you know, all of them are good drivers. So obviously you want to have a good launch now. Don't want to be, you know, behind these guys after turn 1. So let's see. In lean and medium, we get a, you know, decent reaction, I guess. The second phase of the acceleration, you know, was okay. Only person who got a better start than us was Barry. As we get hit from behind a little bit here from Josh Aidu, who is clearly already doing some dirty tactics here at the start of the race. But we cover him off into turn 2. Got the inside line. Now we are already a second. Yeah, more than a second behind Barry Boromant, which isn't nice, obviously. It's a bad start. And now we have these treacherous wet conditions we have to deal with for the rest of the race. And we're just gonna look towards sort of somehow getting used to them as quick as possible, because obviously the guy behind us is fast and the guy in front of us is fast. That's sort of, you know, the case in these sort of leagues. So we can't really relax too much and make too many mistakes and get penalties. So we, for one, have to push, and for two, can't afford to, you know, drive outside the track limits because we got to get 3 seconds. And at this stage, we're really just thinking about how to skip the getting used to the rain part and just be quick instantly. And that's sort of the plan at the moment. And I'm failing miserably at this, but I at least hoping that everyone else is as well. As Barry sets the fast slap, I think followed by Josh. No, it's not followed by Josh. I think that's the next lap. And yeah, we're just gonna stay on board on this because I think it's quite interesting. The first few laps, everyone, still trying to find lines, trying to find braking points, trying to find confidence. Here, so I have a bit of a moment. Thank you, Jeff. As we have a bit of a moment because too much throttle, and here just pushing the track limits to the absolute edge. As I am not happy with my driving. I mean, looking back at this, I think I'm driving like an idiot. But I mean, it's always easy to see that in hindsight, I guess. But yeah, Josh is falling back a bit. He's second behind, but that doesn't mean anything at this stage of the race. Really, it's all Gucci at the minute. Is we stay within a second of Barry. Josh is we nearly get a warning there. Josh is second behind, so we good. We are good. We don't even worry about anything like tire temperatures at the minute. We're just, I don't know what we've been thinking about, to be honest. I think I wasn't thinking about much, as I always do, but there isn't just, there is a lot happening, but as Barry says, the fast lap, followed by us, followed by Josh. So he goes quicker by like 300s. Congratulations, Josh. And yeah, so going on to lap 3, still gap is the same. I think at some point we do have a bit of an issue of overheating the tires. I think it's gonna come actually quite soon. Now again, lean through here. Barry's a bit lagging a bit. Yeah, overheating the tires because we aren't really taking care of them, which is, which is a big mistake. You have to, and it's absolutely crucial to be taking care of your tire temps, which I didn't know anything about, to be honest. I didn't even, and here he just saw that I was losing the car already, and I was losing like 3/10 in the middle sector now to Barry, and my tires are starting to overheat, which I wasn't even realizing at that time. And again, just lacking grip and just bad exit. I always stable on the exit. Nothing, really nothing is going with us in this lap. And yeah, for some reason I didn't realize it was tire temperatures. I just thought I was driving badly. But eventually I will realize it. I think even very soon. So let's see what happens here. If we get a good exit. No, not at all. We completely lose the car. Yeah, you're right, Simon. So now breaking into turn 1, I can already see that I'm just more hesitant than I usually am, which I think is caused by the tire temperatures at this stage. And yeah, we're still trying to follow the Alfa Romeo of Barry. Now we're actually gaining some time back. So I think they might have recovered now, because obviously we had 2 straights and only 1 corner. But let's see how we get on. Oh, completely miss the apex. We pick up our first warning, which is crucial. We cannot, for the life of us, can pick up a penalty in this field, because the people behind us and the guy in front of us, they're kind of good. So they probably won't pick up a penalty, so we can't either. We would love to. I would love to, push a bit more and see what the track limits say, but we can't allow that. So as you can see here, we are driving like a chicken pretty much, just not getting anywhere near the track limits, which is the right thing to do. So yeah, let's see how our tire temps are. I think they're alright at the moment still, but oh yeah, here we had a bit of wheel spin. So we're definitely not driving well. It's just, I think everyone else isn't driving that well either. So we're kind of lucky that we aren't the only ones who are not driving well. So lap 5, I think this is the lap where we really start to mess up and overheat. Thank you for your great insight, Jeff. You're always appreciated. So, yeah, Jeff says he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. I think I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, I think he doesn't know what's going on. So, that's never a good sign. We at this stage we not sure what the best tire is. It could be it could be intermediates, could be wets. Right now, I'm already overheating, which I don't realize, but I am. And you'll see now, because we cut to a lap later, the gap stayed the same. We had an oversteer moment here, and now our tires are absolutely screaming at this stage. Now look at the gap, it's already 2/10 more than that. So we lost 2/10 in one corner, had a bit of a moment again here. Our tires are like absolutely not happy with what's going on, and they're gonna show us right now. They're gonna show us like, mate, you're definitely doing something wrong.
I think are overheating. Yeah.
And this absolute genius is recognizing it right now as well. So about 7 laps too late, we recognize that tire temps are a factor. So now we have a task at our hands to
maybe time for Inters.
Not even too bad of an idea. So we have a task on our hand to not overheat the tires anymore, and maybe bring them back somehow by just not getting any oversteer moment in more as we.
Doesn't look like it's moving anytime soon. Inters and wets will probably have similar pace at the moment.
As Jeff says, Inters and wets have probably similar pace, which means Inters are quicker. That's just what Jeff is. So yeah, we knew right now that Inters are quicker, and
why are my tires so hot?
Because you're driving like an idiot. Because anyway, we knew that the Inters were quicker at the moment. Josh is actually pressing us. He's pushing us around the track. He's so much quicker than us at the moment, and this poor guy is just stuck. He's stuck behind us. Obviously, can't get past on this track. It's nearly impossible. And we knew that the Inters are quicker at this stage, but we also knew that they wouldn't be making it to the end. So we at one hand we wanted to avoid time loss on the wets, but also wanted to avoid two stop. So we absolutely had to stay out a bit longer to make the one stop work. It would make up so much time to not stop twice, obviously, because the pit lane is never a good place to be.
I think some people pitted for Inters.
As I was right again, because Psgl actually pitted for Inters. I said I don't think it's so smart, which I completely messed that corner up. Yeah, it is gonna be quite tough for Psgl, who just pitted for Inters, to make it to the end. I would even say it's impossible. So what we have to do now is stay out, make the best of it, like just somehow control the tire temps, and then go in 11 to 12. As Barry actually goes into the pit, so he's confident he can make these tires last till the end. Same as Josh. So we're going to continue and see if we can actually, improve.
There's no way they're going to last.
If we're going to actually improve our tire temps and just, somehow stay on these, stay on the same pace. But as you can see soon, it isn't going to happen. We're on 78 right now, as I can see. And Jeff is, spitting some facts at the moment. So we should just listen to him and pit right now, which we will. But you really. Now that's gonna be funny. We gauged overtake, asked for pit stop now, forgot that overtake was on, left overtake on, and see what happens.
Jesus.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
What? My tires.
We absolutely wheel spin out of every traction zone, and on top of that we blame the tires, even though the overtake button was on, which gives us about a gazillion more horsepower, which then means we can't really keep the tire temps in check. So we complained about the tires, completely forgot that overtake was on, and yeah, it's just embarrassing looking back at this. Anyway, we're gonna to the pits now. 50-meter sign, we brake way too early, leave about half a second on the table, and you know, do our thing. As Kyle Mitchell says in the chat, you're on overtake, my guy. See? He recognized it, I didn't, so maybe he should drive next time.
Exit now.
How can I disengage my overtake?
Oh, now I recognize it as well. About a lap too late, anyway.
The white line on the exit.
We rejoined behind Josh, and I'm about, what is it, 3 seconds behind. And 3 seconds are a lot. What is it? Yeah, 2.7, 2.8, I think. Yeah, 2.8. So 2.8 seconds. At this stage, we had 1 lap fresher tires, which right now doesn't really make much of a difference.
I doubt they're gonna make it.
And Oracle Simon is speaking again. We'll see if we were right or not, but yeah, we're skipping on to lap 33 now. We closed the gap into 1.9, so about 1 second. But worth noting here is we actually lost time in the middle of the stint. We were behind by, at one time, I think 4 seconds. So we lost a second to Josh at the middle of the race. Gained it all back now, and are now like way quicker than him. Like we literally lapped like 3 or 4 tenths quicker than him a lap, which is quite significant, and which is probably even enough to make an overtake on track. Even though on this circuit it's literally next to impossible. But this pace advantage might even be able to. We might even be able to do something. So we're gonna push. We're gonna see what's going on. And yeah, we're just gonna leave it all out there, you know. We just, and as we go wide, so perfect driving back again. We're just gonna leave it all out there and see what we're gonna do. Like, it's 2 laps to go, 1.8 seconds is the gap. We closed in about 2 seconds in like, I don't think 5 or 6 laps. So we knew right now we had the pace advantage. That he's probably quite scared that he's gonna, like, his tires are gonna explode. Same as Barry. So we have a significant pace advantage here over both of these drivers. You can see 2 tenths in one corner we made up on Josh. So I was not hoping to get a puncture, but I was not considering. It was on my mind that he might get a puncture, and I think this is when something would happen. He skips the chicane, which instantly let me know that he had a puncture. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of happy about it, because you're always happy about another position you gain. But I was also sad because Josh is a good friend, and you know he was, you know, he made the better decision by pitting earlier than me did. But in the end, he got unlucky, I guess. So I definitely inherited the second place of him. So, but now we're gonna focus on Barry, because we're 2.6 seconds behind. 2.7 now, had a bad exit. With 2.8 seconds behind him. Let's see what we can do. At this stage, I was sure I was never gonna catch him overtaking in 1 lap, because for one, there isn't any overtaking spots on this I'd say, track, and 2, it's 2.8 seconds. So the only hope is he gets the puncture, and we inherit P1 as well. So let's see what's gonna happen. We make up, I think, 6 tenths in 2 corners here, which is insane, and then another 4 tenths in that corner alone. So he's really driving like an absolute granny at the minute. He's not taking any risks, especially in high-speed corners. He just doesn't want to do anything silly, which is understandable. Now, again, 2.5 tenths in 1 corner. So we really, at this point, he went so slow, we even thought that he might have a puncture, but he doesn't. He's just focused on not getting any not getting a puncture, which is which is understandable. And at this point, I was like, okay, he doesn't have a puncture. He's just saving his tires and he's controlling it at the moment pretty much. And we try to push on. We try to go on and somehow get the position. And right now, I realize it's not gonna happen. Unfortunately, we coming home in P2. Alvaro Caraton behind us, who I think is gonna keep the position over Philip Rescheder. Yeah, it's gonna be P2. It's definitely an adventurous race, a lot to learn and a lot to adapt to, so a lot of fun. Let's see if there's any reaction from myself. Not really. So I wasn't too happy at when it happened, but I mean, looking back at it, there wasn't really that much more we could do. Even if we had, there was no way we could overtake Barry on this track in these conditions. So P2, we'll take it.
Hey.
Yeah, we'll see you.